Hey guys, welcome to another IL-2 Battle of Stalingrad mission. In this one, again, I'm playing as Lydia Litvyak. It's September of 1942, and basically, it's kind of a real, an actual account of a mission that happened. They had to relocate. The German infantry and tanks are essentially invading this entire area, and they had to leave the area as soon as possible, so they were asked to relocate. So our mission is a little bit different. It's kind of unique. We just have to fly low level. We don't have a whole lot of fuel on board, and relocate to the northeast, east of the river. So this is the new summer map, and it is awesome looking. Frame rates are hurting a little bit in this. Just because of all the explosions going off and the smoke that tends to happen. Now our airfield is being bombed by some JU-87s. So we're going to try to get out of here as soon as practical. I'm just waiting for my wingman to form up here. And the last time I took off, I did get struck with a bomb on my right side, and it punctured some holes in the wing, had some fuel leakage. Alright, so let's do this. There's some new ground physics as well, so the landing gear reacts to uneven ground, stuff like that. Alright, tail's coming down, or tail's coming up. Got some bombs going off on the runway here. There's 200. Rotate. And I'm getting the gear up. There's some bombs going off on our right-hand side there. So saying goodbye to this airfield, basically. This sim looks absolutely awesome, by the way. I'm not sure why they insist on AI having their lights on all the time, because it's just not realistic. You don't want to be lit up like a Christmas candle in combat, but night operations, I get it. But certainly not during the day. It's a sim thing. It's almost every combat sim. They'll have the lights full on. Alright, so we'll check right to our first waypoint. Go ahead and close the canopy here. And we're basically going to go low level. There's a lot of enemy fighters in the area. J-87s. There's some BF-109s as well. And I just love the way the sim looks. Absolutely awesome. Alright, flying over the water here. Next checkpoint is to the right somewhat. And hopefully, the goal is to not be intercepted. So hopefully that'll happen here. And it just looks awesome. Your frames might take a little bit of a hit in this new summer map. I think there's a lot going on here, and all the explosions and everything. So cool looking. Just flying as low as possible here. So there's some couple of aircraft up there, some BF-109s. Just gonna try to stay out of their view, hopefully. There's some trucks down there. And just the environment, the combat environment in this is absolutely Amazing. Look at the ground physics. That's sweet. So the story behind Lydia Litvyak, in September, they tried actually flying to the airfield that we're flying to now, and it was being attacked, so they actually had to divert somewhere else. So it has some premise in reality. At this point, the airfield may have been usable, but when she was going to relocate, it just wasn't an option. The Germans are advancing heavily on the western flank, and then they kind of flanked around to the north. So the Russians were in danger of being surrounded, and they just took the made the decision to do a tactical retreat, tactical withdrawal. Oh my god, I'm getting shot. Alright. Try to brake as heavily as I can. Did not expect that at all. I think my pilot just got shot. Alright, so we're back in the cockpit. We might have to actually turn and fight these guys, and might be the best option here, because I think they are going to intercept us no matter what. Alright, so let's turn into them. They are getting shot at by AAA. Four miles now. Alright. Turning into them now. They're pretty high up, so I don't know if that AAA is enough of a distraction. Alright, fight's on. This might be our airfield here. Yep, it is. I definitely have the altitude advantage, but the Yak-1 is very impressive against the BF-109. Let's turn hard back into him. I don't really want to be around that AAA, but I think my wingman just got killed. Whoa. Almost lost it there. Put in some abrupt left rudder. Alright, I'm slow. I need to level out here. Pick up some speed. Turn back into him. Yeah, they definitely have the altitude advantage. I'm gonna turn back into him. Let's see if this works out. Come on, Yak. Jeez. Alright, reversing on him now. Alright, kind of in a horizontal scissors now. Turning back into him. Jeez. Come on, baby. There you go. Now he's slow. The yak tends to do a lot better down low. Jeez. I'm really slow here. Alright. I'm going to extend. Hopefully pick up some speed here. I'll turn hard back into him. Did he just crash? I think he did. At least that first guy did. Yep, he's on the ground. Nice. Which is what I really like. They really include that human factor in the AI pilots, or they seem to. Some of the most dynamic AI I've ever seen in a flight simulator. This guy's still way high. So you'll see them dig in a lot if they're maneuvering hard near the ground, and they don't seem to fly perfectly. All right, he's getting engaged by AAA now, so maybe this is our shot here. Kind of close the distance. Alright, here we go. I think he might be bugging out. There he is up in the sun. Alright, I'm running out of fuel here. This fuel indicator actually goes clockwise towards 0. So I'm kind of down to last few minutes here. Not sure if I can keep fighting with this guy. He's pretty high, so I'm guessing that AAA is keeping him down. So there's our airfield. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, all the textures look really great. The AI are extremely believable the way they put up a fight. Oh, it's an aircraft that just landed here. So we'll do a break here towards downwind. Just gonna try to get this thing on the ground. Gear down a beam here. My fuel's running really low. Here's 250. I like to get the trim all the way up to help me keep the nose up during the landing, so try to get 200 here. Looks like a short field, so let's slow her down. And they automatically request landing clearance. Keep a little bit of power on during the flare here. So the landing gear, they do respond a little bit nicer to, or I shouldn't say nicer, harsher to ground physics and uneven ground. Some heavy braking. You can see there how jumpy it is. Alright, mission success. That guy's still up high, I'm pretty sure. Fighting that AAA. Alright. That was a pretty fun flight. A little bit different because it's just basic relocation. I like varied missions like this, where it's not always combat. And if you check out my IL-2 Tuskegee Airman campaign for 1946, I have a lot of those types of missions where you're just flight training or you're relocating somewhere else. And it kind of gives you the full perspective of a pilot's life, not just, you know, the combat situations, but also the routine life of, you know, relocating to a new air base. Maybe I just ground looped. Maybe having a checkout in a new aircraft, you know, that type of thing. And the grass textures are really awesome. It's a very believable environment. You can see how bouncy this is in the uneven grass there. Now these are soft field operations, so from my pilot training, you want to keep, for the most part, the flaps down after landing and keep your momentum up, because you don't want to stop and actually get bogged down. You want to keep moving, and you want to keep the weight on the main wheels as much as possible. There's that AAA going off. Vehicles are awesome. Everything's very believable here. Alright, so let me unlock the tail wheel. There we go. Lock the tail wheel again. BF-109's still up there, looking for prey. And we'll turn the engine off. I think he's taking the mixture idle. Prop off. Oh, ground crew's coming out. What is this? I wonder if are they just patrolling, or are they actually going to service the aircraft now? Maybe that was coincidental. But just the love and detail that they've put into this is really remarkable. There's our AAA firing off, and I love the 3D characters in this. You know, it's not the emphasis of the game, or the sim. So they don't have to be super great, but they do a really good job, and they're very believable. You can see the commander there with the binoculars. Oh, he just moved up to the front. And the sounds, the sound, I forget what the correct term for it is, but simulating distances is really, really good. A lot of times you'll see an explosion, just like in DCS. Explosion will be a few miles away. It takes a while before the sound actually gets to you, so the closer you are to it, the more pronounced it is. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next one. These summer maps are really awesome. If you haven't downloaded the update, you definitely should. And we're going to start the campaign here in the summertime and then go through the winter. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next video.